What's up, everybody? I'm Kansu, and this is the Crystal Corner, where we sling rocks on every block, but not them rocks. I'm just dropping gems. It's been a while. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is December 9th, I believe. I don't know. I've been so out of time that I really can't keep up with the days. But I wanted to get on here just for a little while to talk to y'all about some things we got coming up, things we have happening right now, things that you should have already been aware of. But if you're not, that's why I'm here. And this whole idea stream started while I was listening to some music, making orders. If you guys interested, making rings, we've got bracelets, earrings, gauges, crowns, anklets, necklaces, pretty much whatever you need, whatever you want, all wire wrapped out of crystal with the highest vibrations possible. We still have ancestor money going, so if you need that, which you do, hit me up. I'll leave the link in the description below for all of those things. If you're interested in readings, yes, I'm still doing readings. Ancestral readings are still on the go. It's my most popular reading there is. I help serve as a channel to bring you messages that your ancestors have been trying to get to you, but you don't listen. So I'm a answering machine, if you will, for that. But back to the topic. Listen to a song by Currency featuring Wiz Khalifa. Came out circa 2010. And it's called Jet Life. Don't miss this jet, ho. Don't miss this jet, ho. Talking jet life to the next life. Jet life to the next life. Jet life to the next life. Don't miss this jet, ho. What are they talking about? 10 years ago, they were talking about ships. Talking about riding that wave, getting up in the upper jet streams, being in contact with your higher self so that you don't miss this jet, ho. Okay? We got a grand conjunction happening. And what does conjunction mean? Conjunction, junction, what's your function? It's like putting a word together like can't with an apostrophe. It takes can and not, it makes it one thing. Saturn and Jupiter are conjunct. So we have Saturn and Jupiter energy, okay, being one energy. But it doesn't stop there. I know y'all, if y'all 90s babies like me, seen Hercules, the animated movie. If you haven't, it's on Disney Plus. Go watch that. The whole thing with that was that Hades had to kill Hercules, or the hero, by making him drink every drop of poison so that he could take over. And what happened was Hercules somehow got the bottle knocked out of him and there was one drop left. So instead of being the full god that he was supposed to be, he's a demigod now. And he had the power to become a hero. He went and met with Philoctetes and became the Haru of the story, which led him back to his godhood. That's what we've been doing through these shifts, elevating to our higher self, meditation, 7-day vegan challenge, things like that, to vibrate higher, working with crystals and stones, getting your copper intake, drinking your iodine and your colloidal silver, get that Tuja leaf extract to cleanse your system of any immunizations that you might have had throughout your life. These are things that you can do, or should have been already doing, to elevate yourself. So in that movie, Hades had 18 years until the alignment happened with the planets. And if you look at the date of the movie, it might be, I'm pretty sure it's 18 years off from when the movie was released to now, give or take a year, right? And all the planets lined up, and that allowed Hades to unleash the Titans back upon the world. Now, you are familiar with Brother Panic and specifically Bobby Hemmett. He spoke about how we predate the current gods. The current gods would be, your Zeus, your Aphrodite, your Hermes, your Persephone, Poseidon, those Greek gods, right? Those would be the current gods of the day. But before them was the Titans. That's where we come from. We're actually even older than the Titans. But because of that solar alignment, the Titans represent that melanin that you have, right? That dark energy, that dark skin tone, the ability to work as a superconductor and a super transmitter to the universe. You know, you're literally compressed light in a body. We're all made of stardust. We're all made of planetary dust. And that's what the reason for you being in alignment and why that's so important. You got to be aligned. With this grand conjunction we have happen on the 21st, it's also the start of a new epoch, right? We're in the Iron Age currently. And then there's the Bronze Age. No, I'm sorry, there's the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and then the Gold Age. Could be having those wrong. But right now, we're in the Bronze Age. I'm getting ready to go into the golden era of Aquarius. You also might be aware or have heard about the planet energetically splitting into two different dimensions, right? So you've got the third dimension, which is what we're currently in. You've got the fifth dimension, and then you have the first dimension. Dimensions just deal with the ability to process information and see things on a higher level. On a higher level, yes, it deals with different reality streams and different dimensions, right? That's why it's literally called third dimension, fourth dimension. There's multiple dimensions, right? Right now, in reference to the song Don't Miss This Jet Ho, we're headed into the golden age of Aquarius. Technically speaking, the energy started coming into prominence around the year 1900 on the Gregorian calendar. And if you look at what started happening around the 1900s, you had World War I, World War II, Tulsa riots, and a slew of other things around the world. But why do you think that we had that war at that moment? It's because we've started to shift ever so slightly from the age of Aquarius, the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And that started to bring a lot of information in, which is why we were starting to elevate. So they had to hop on that wave and suppress it. But the thing is, you can't stop the universe. It's like trying to hold back a dam with just your hands. For a moment, it may happen if you've got some boards and things like that, or maybe you even built a wall. But that wall is only going to hold for so long. Eventually, the dam will break. And that's the point that we're at right now. So don't miss this jet ho means make sure that you are walking in your path, standing in your light. Don't let them people put that stuff in your body. I'm not going to say that stuff, but I'm not going to say what it is, but don't let them put that stuff in your body. It will shut off your X gene, okay? We're going to get into a lot today because this is starting to come in now. I'm starting to put together things that I've seen throughout my life, growing up in the 90s and the 2000s, as far as cartoons and movies and stuff like that. So, bear with me here. So, like we were talking about the movie Hercules, you know, the planets aligned and it allowed for the Titans to come get their powers. In some references to the mutants in the mutant gene, there was a green mist. You could even go watch the movie The Mist, because that's what it's about. But there was a green mist that happened on my show, the Static Shock, if you remember that one. They were down there, they were fighting, you know, just a bunch of kids fighting in a shipping yard or whatever, and they knocked over some canisters. There was an explosion, and this gas hit them, right? And after that green gas that was in the air, they breathed it in, and they became what was known as bang babies. Now, they got superpowers, okay? This is something that is predicted to happen during the Grand Conjunction on the 21st. You'll start to see that green color mist come from the sky, you know, that might allow you to get some powers. And why is it green? Well, why is the Incredible Hulk green? What did the Incredible Hulk get his power from? It was gamma radiation. That was what the green mist would be, is gamma. But what else is green? In the spiritual background, Osiris is green, the great Westerner. We live in the West, so we're the ones that are more so primed to receive this upgrade. And if you're going to get the upgrade, you more than likely have already gotten it. It's just more so a full activation on the 21st, which is why I said you should have been already getting yourself in alignment before this moment, which is also another reason you guys haven't seen me on screen in so long. Long story short, because I don't want to be on here too long. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know, you can leave them below or DM me on Instagram at crystalcorner_LLC. Same way the YouTube is spelled. The point of the matter is we got some major energy coming in. We've got an alignment happening in the cosmos that has not happened for 6,000 years. This is what we've been waiting on. This is the time that we decided to come back, and this is major. Okay? And you have the ability to jump forward or jump backward. That's why the planet is splitting into two separate dimensions, right? So you can go forward into the golden era where everything is milk and honey, as they would say in the Bible, the land of the gods, right? Which just means that we're living on a higher level. We don't have any need for any low vibration, any fear-based thought processes are not allowed to go. Any ego-driven thought processes are not allowed to go, because you'll tear down the fabric of that reality in that new time stream. And if you do vibrate on those lower octaves, you're going back in time to the Stone Ages. It's going to be the Flintstones and Schlep Rock for you. I don't know. I mean, some of y'all, everybody can't go. Everybody doesn't want to go. Some people might want to stay here and live in the remnants of the third dimension, if that's what you want to do. It's up to you, you know, free choice, no judgment. I'm just talking to those that want that want to make that jump to the future, that want to activate your X-Men gene, that want to activate your power, that want to be the higher self that you came here to be. Why else do this work? I mean, if you just playing around with this just to, I don't know, run with a trend, this is not the space or place for you. I highly recommend you just leave it alone and go about your business. This is for those higher evolved beings. This is for the ascended masters. This is for the royalty. This is for the ones that know who they are, the ones that know that they are God's in return, the ones that know that the ancestors that we've been waiting on. Yes, you are the ancestor that we've been waiting on. So don't miss this jet, man. Don't miss this jet. Right now, take this time to meditate. Take this time to purge your system of any heavy metals and toxins. Make sure you take your iodine, because we don't get enough iodine. It's really important for your blood system. If you want to look more into that, check out my man KT, the Arch Degree. That man is a genius when it comes to the herbal remedies, okay? He grew up under Dr. Sebi his entire life. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to him. You're going to want some Tuja leaf as well. Now, that works with a whole lot of things, but one thing it does is it helps to pull heavy metals and toxins out of your organs, out of your blood system, but it also works so well that it has been shown in some reports to pull out any immunizations that you've ever taken, because they're heavy metal based. It'll pull that out of your system to help you get this vessel fine-tuned like a tuning fork, so that when them planets line up, you get them right vibrations. So that's what we're about here at Crystal Corner, you know, taking your vibrations higher. That's the only thing I care about. Everything else is extra. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate your support. All of my customers that have purchased jewelry, gotten a reading, and just liked something on Instagram. You know, I appreciate all of you guys. You're the reason why I continue to do this. Be careful out here in the streets. Everybody ain't who they say they are, but as long as you vibrate higher, you'll be fine. One of the best ways to do that and to work your body as a conduit is to add copper to your jewelry repertoire. You can also wear silver and wear gold. Those are great conductors as well. But you go take a wire out of your lamp or out of the sound bar in your TV, or hell, even if you've got headphones in, right? Take the headphone wire and cut it. Guaranteed the wires on the inside of that are copper. It's one of the best conductors. That allows you to conduct the energy around your aura and expand it or contract it as you see fit. And combined with crystals, it takes that energy and combines it in with your aura to allow you to send out the vibrations that you need so they can come back to you like a boomerang, manifest. And again, the key to manifestation is to set it and forget it. Just like that cooker we had back in the 90s on the infomercial. It's this little chicken roaster thing. You used to put the chicken in there, and then infomercial, they would always be, set it and forget it. That's what you do. Why do you set it and forget it? Well, you got to set it as in you set your intentions. Write it down on a piece of paper. Speak them into the universe. Put it in a jar. Because when you speak it, you make it a physical construct. And then you have to forget it, meaning cast it back out. We work on the quantum realm. Things work in wavelengths. There's an experiment they did at this university where they showed light through a slit on a box, right? And it would show just one slit on the wall or the backdrop. It was a black backdrop. That's hard to say. You try saying it to see if you don't stutter while you laughing. The black backdrop would only show one light coming from the slit on the box, just because it's a light shining through the hole, just while they're observing it, looking at it with the camera. But when they left the room, it showed multiple slats. That's how you know it went from a physical wavelength into a photon wavelength, which is a higher level. So when you're setting your intentions, the reason behind the spell telling you to get rid of it, dispose of it, is so that it turns back into a wavelength. That way it can come back to you. It's just how things work. Why things work like that? Like I said, it's on the quantum level. If you want something to come back to you in the physical, you have to turn it into a wavelength so that you can attract it. But as long as you're observing it, it won't move. It's kind of like trying to boil water when you're cooking. And the longer you sit there in the kitchen and wait for that water to boil, the longer it takes to even simmer, right? As long as you're looking at it, the water doesn't boil. But as soon as you turn your face, it turns into a photon, it starts cooking, it starts boiling. And to give you just another reference for all of my people that like Doctor Who out there, there's the Weeping Angels on that show. They're these statues, right, of these angels. And as long as you're looking at them, they're covering their face. You can't see them. They're not looking at you. They're not moving. As soon as you blink or turn your eye, turn your face, it doesn't move like this. Like, it's like growling at you. Got claws and shit. It's the same process. When you're not looking at it, it's moving around doing all kinds of stuff. Making moves so that it can come back to you. But if you look at it, the statue covers its face, it doesn't move because you're observing the wave. The goal is not to observe the wave. The goal is to be the wave, to ride the wave. And that brings us full circle back to the point of the story that sparked this idea stream from the song by Currency, Jet Life. Don't miss this jet, ho. We talking jet life to the next life. Peace.